Happy fall, everybody. Kathleen Hart here from the Little Piece of Heart blog. Today is a really exciting day because I'm going to share with you one of my favorite soup recipes. Now, not only is it low carb, but it is comfort food at its finest. And the best time to enjoy this is right at the beginning of fall because there's pumpkin in it. This is my pumpkin and sausage soup. Come and take a look at the ingredients. There's not very many, and it's super easy to make. We're going to start off with some sausage. Now you can use sweet Italian sausage, you can use hot. Today I'm using hot, and my grocery store did not have patties, so I had to get the ones with the casings. So all I did was run my knife along the top, and right when I'm about to put it in my pot, I'm going to just remove the casings. We don't need those, we just want the meat on the inside. Next we have garlic and onion, of course, and then red wine. A couple spices I have, some Italian seasoning, some granulated onion, granulated garlic, and optional is some red pepper flakes. You might want to leave these out if you're not, used to having a lot of spice in soup, but we love spice around here, so I'm using the hot sausage and the red pepper flakes. Next, I have some baby bella mushrooms. Feel free to use any mushrooms of your choice. These just looked amazing and pretty, so I'm using those today. Then, for the pumpkin part, I have organic pumpkin. Now, the only ingredient in this can is organic pumpkin. So even if the carbs might look a little on the high side, it's just another way we're using something that is fresh and fall-like. So that's why we're using this today. And then lastly, we need the soup to come together with some chicken stock. Now, the only things that aren't here for you to see yet are heavy cream, and we'll add that in right at the end to make a nice luxurious ending to our soup. And then also some scallions and some mozzarella cheese. Those are going to be our garnishes from when we're ready to serve it. So right now, we're going to move over to the stove where I have a big soup pot getting warm with some olive oil, and we're going to start making our soup, and you're going to see how amazing this comes together. And this is one of those times where I wish you guys had some kind of smell-o-vision because your kitchen will smell phenomenal. In the fall, if it's not cinnamon and apple, I love the smell of like a sausage and onion and pumpkin mixture. I don't know, call me crazy, but you guys are gonna love it. Come meet me back over by the stove and we're gonna get this started. All right, so all I've done so far is add in a tablespoon of olive oil to a heavy bottomed soup pan, let it heat up over medium-high heat, and I took the casings off my sausage and I just added them in. Now, what I'm doing now is cooking the sausage completely, and then I'm draining it because we want to drain off all that extra fat. We don't want that to be part of the soup. So that's why I'm doing this first. So as soon as my sausage is completely cooked, I'm going to drain it, and then I'll meet you right back here. All right, my meat is all drained. So now what I'm going to do, still over medium-high heat, I'm adding in the onion and the garlic. Let's go right in, and I'm going to mix this around and let the veggies soften for about 2 minutes. After that, we'll meet you back here and we'll go on and deglaze the pan. One little tip while the veggies are softening, guys, I wanted to let you know that while the sausage was browning, I broke it up into pretty small pieces. As you can see, there's no huge chunks. It's all pretty small. That's just how I like my soup to be. I like there to be sausage running out throughout the whole soup. I don't like there to be too big of chunks, so that's why I broke it up. But you can do that along the way. You could even do that now. If there's some bigger pieces, you can break them up. My veggies are nice and soft, so now it's time to deglaze with some red wine. And for any of you who are wondering, I like to cook with a red blend because that's just what I'm drinking all the time, so I always have some here. When you're using a wine to cook, try to use something that you have here. I only needed 2 tablespoons, so it really wasn't that bad of me to sacrifice a little bit. But you could always use like a dark Merlot or a Cabernet. Those are my go-tos, but I usually always have red blend, so that's what went in here. And by adding the wine in, we're going to scrape the bottom and get those brown bits of sausage lifted that were on the bottom of the pan. And as you can see, the wine evaporates, really quickly. If you didn't want to use wine, of course, you could just use some chicken stock, just another 2 tablespoons of chicken stock. That would be fine. That's just used to lift up those pieces of sausage on the bottom of the pan. Now that we did that, it's totally evaporated. That took only a couple seconds. I'm going to go in with my mushrooms. And then also, with the mushrooms, you can leave them whole like this, or you can chop them up. It's completely up to you. You can leave them out also, but I feel like the texture of the mushrooms with the sausage is just divine. It's just so good. It's a nice other meaty element. So what I'm going to do now is just stir everything together, let these mushrooms cook for about another 2 minutes, and then we'll go on with the next step. All right, my mushrooms are nice and soft. And next, we're going to add in all of our spices all at once. Don't forget, we have the Italian seasoning, garlic and onion powder, and some red pepper flake going right in. And I'm gonna give this a good stir. Oh my gosh. At this point, you need to take a minute and pause and smell how amazing your kitchen smells. It's like fall in a pot. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. It's everything. And this is just the best part because you can really see how all the elements are coming together for the soup, and it's just about knowing when to add each one. So now that we have all the spices incorporated, this looks amazing. All right, next step is our chicken stock. I'm going to just pour this right in. All right. All's quiet for now. Give that a good stir. Okay. That's all stirred together, and now I'm gonna add in my can of pumpkin. Beautiful orange color. And for you who are a little hesitant to eat pumpkin, Jay was, so I'm gonna explain this because he was like, I'm not eating a soup with pumpkin in it. You're not gonna taste, it doesn't taste like pumpkin, it doesn't taste like pumpkin seeds, it just actually adds a really nice velvety texture to the soup. It's amazing. You need to try it. Don't let the pumpkin in the name scare you. It's just a wonderful thing you can incorporate, especially now, this time of the year, there's pumpkin everywhere. Everybody's making pumpkin pies and that kind of thing. So you can always find some really good quality organic pumpkin. So it's definitely worth it to go and try. And as you can see, how velvety this soup just got just from adding in this can of pumpkin. So what I'm gonna do now, keep the heat where it's at medium-high. I'm gonna bring this up to a simmer it for about 25 minutes, and then I'll meet you back here, and then we're gonna add in our heavy cream to finish, and then I'll show you how we serve it. It's all gonna happen so quickly. For you, it'll be a matter of seconds. I'm gonna have to wait a couple more minutes. So meet you right back here in 25 minutes. We are a little less than 10 minutes into my soup simmering. I just wanted to show you guys, it started to bubble up a little too much. So at this point, I just turned the heat down to medium, and this is where we want it to be. This is the simmer that we want it to be at. Look how gorgeous and velvety this soup looks. It's nice and reduced down. The last thing we're gonna add is our heavy cream, and I'm just gonna pour that right in. And then if this couldn't get any more velvety and creamy, it's about to with this heavy cream. So I'm gonna stir this in well. Gorgeous, nice light orange color. And then we're just gonna let this cook for another about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna be ready to eat. Couple seconds for you, 15 more minutes for me. I'll meet you back at the island and I'll show you how I like to serve this soup up. I'm beyond excited because now is the time when I get to show you how to serve this and then I get to taste it. It looks amazing, and I just want you to come in really quick just to see how gorgeous this soup looks. We didn't use any flour or cornstarch, nothing. This is just using some organic pumpkin and some heavy cream to thicken up an amazing soup. Really quick before I dig in, even though my mouth's watering, for garnish, I like to use some shredded mozzarella cheese and some scallions, green onion. I think that just complements the sausage soup perfectly. And then, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did not add any salt and pepper to my soup as it was cooking. There's so much flavor in the chicken stock and also in the sausage that I don't want to overpower with salt or pepper. So when I serve this, I like to just serve that on the side so that when you're making your soup, you can add as much cheese, as much scallion, and salt and pepper that you like. So this is how I like to make mine. And I'm just gonna spoon some into my cute little pumpkin bowl here. Oh my goodness, guys. If you could smell this right now, I mean, I don't know why they haven't invented a sausage soup candle or something. I mean, it smells phenomenal. All right, so to this, I'm going to add in a little bit of mozzarella cheese right on top. And this cheese will just melt and just make beautiful ribbons all throughout your soup. And then just a couple scallions right on top. And then I'm gonna do some black pepper. So I love pepper in soup. And there you have it. This is my sausage and pumpkin soup. I'm ready to go right in. Nice and chunky, but also velvety smooth. Look at that. Mozzarella. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. The texture is phenomenal. It's nice and velvety. It's nice and hot right now too, but it's also nice and chunky with the sausage and the mushrooms. Now, I added red pepper flake, and I did that on purpose because right now at the back of my mouth, I'm getting that nice hot kick from the hot red pepper flake. It's perfect. It's perfect for fall. It's really perfect any time of the year that you're craving some kind of like hearty, good soup. Click on the link below, go to my blog, get the full measurements for everything that everything that I made here today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe. Also subscribe to my channel because now that we're into fall, we're gonna be getting into comfort food. And you guys know if you go on a low carb diet, comfort food is one of the hardest things to try to resist. The pastas, the bread. Don't worry, I have it covered. I have tested some recipes that I've written myself for comfort food. This is one of them. You saw what went into it, no carb. So I'll see you guys next time. Happy autumn, happy fall.